Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, May 23rd, 2022 at 1:20 a.m. So, I don't remember if I got a couple of hours of sleep, but I got a little bit of sleep. And now, at the moment, I feel like I can't go back to sleep. And um, feeling restless and kind of uncomfortable. Still have a very bad headache. And I forgot to mention in a previous video that, well, yesterday evening and last night, I was feeling nausea in addition to my headache and stuff as well. So tonight, not long ago, probably about a half hour ago, I made myself, despite being tired and sleep deprived, I flossed and brushed my teeth. And it's not 100% cleared out, but a lot of mucus came out. You know, it seemed like all I got to do is start flossing, and then the mucus will start expelling, and then it, um, you know, it comes out more after. I mean, while I'm brushing with the bentonite clay. So as I say, me being on the streets, I don't have a place or whatever, of course, to take a shower, and it's hard to try to find the opportunity to brush my teeth also. So like it seemed like as if I can't even be discreet with, you know, like I can't brush my teeth at the library or anything like that. But so I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better after I'm feeling a little bit like I'll say about feel about 60% cleared out. um I feel 60% cleared out. So um so at the moment, with the help that I got and stuff, I um have $55 and some change in the bank. And if I renew another night here at this hotel, I would need help before 10 o'clock this morning. I would need help with just 40 more dollars. I would need help with in order to get to help with to stay here another night. And um this place does not tolerate cash at all whatsoever. Everything strictly via debit or credit card, and I only have debit card. I don't have credit card. But um I'm asking um if anyone can help me, or even two people can pitch in, you know, if two people can pitch in $20, or maybe four people can pitch in $10 to help me out with just $40 total more, and that can help me stay in this hotel another night. And I don't know why the I don't know why the online gang stalkers, and I guess the ones in person also, how come they don't want me to with a roof over my head? They don't want me with a roof over my head, and they don't want me with a job or nothing. And when I was at the previous motel, it seemed like the neighbors were trying to do things on purpose to try to run me out of there or try to drive me out of there, and it seemed like it was just like unbearable. And I didn't even get much peace, from that blue truck with the loud music at exactly 6 something in the morning to the neighbor that was always slamming the doors and had the dogs barking and leave the dogs attempting to attack me and stuff. And I showed y'all how crazy and how bad the weather can get. So, after what just recently happened, I don't trust anyone's suggestion, oh, come live with me anymore. I never did really trust it. But I thought I was safe because it was in my hometown, New Orleans, and I was lied to, being told, oh, you'll be surrounded by other TIs, so you'll be safe. So, I mean, as I said, I was in fight or flight mode and just got out of there. And it didn't cross, but I mean, I don't even know if that motel in Gretna, if they would have had any openings, and I don't know if they raised their prices, or I don't know if they raised their prices, or if they or if they, because I remember when I went there for Hurricane Sally, that motel, I was kind of shocked and disappointed that they didn't do the $250 a week, because it would be like $250 a week, and then just $5 key deposit. And I would always tell them, keep the remote, because I don't watch TV. But they would insist. They would try to insist I take the remote and watch TV. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. You know. So, um, wow. So, I'm just. I mean, I'm thankful and glad to be. I needed a respite off the streets, at least a break. And a lot of homeless people do. But as I say, people try to make it like as if I'm being draining on everybody. I'm not trying to. And I'm sitting here feeling like, well, how am I supposed to survive? But I don't, the narcissistic online gang stalkers who are trying to destroy me, I'm not taking fake advice from y'all. I don't live for y'all. Y'all don't run me, you don't control me, so stop trying. So, you know, they're not facing the adversity and stuff that I have to face. They're not marginalized by society like I have to be, always had to be. And too bad I'm doggone disabled because certain jobs I can't do. And certain jobs I can do, certain jobs I can't do. And I feel like, well, I know there got to be something for me. And people make it like as if there's nothing that's a good fit for me. But as I said, I tried with my short stories and my ebooks and stuff. And I would like to share them for free, but if you would like to donate, then but most people are turned away from me because the slander campaigns due to the gang stalking and people trying to keep you isolated. And so the targeted individual is forced to waste extra money against their will and against their desires because that's what the gang stalkers try to set up. Like so and as I said, the online gang stalkers who I have blocked, I have their accounts blocked, but they still seek to try to control me and abuse me. And they refuse to respect my boundaries, and they refuse to respect to mind their own business and butt out and leave me alone. I mean, they're still trying to contact and access me and trying to bully me and trying to control me. And as I said, I take no advice from a bully, from an abusive bully who wants to try to have me destroyed. And they think they're smarter than me or they think that they have the best advice. But you participate in gang stalking, so you're not to be trusted. You're narcissistic, you're not to be trusted. You're not to be trusted at all. And so, I mean, if you thumbs down all my videos, you try to discredit me, You call me schizophrenic and crazy. You believe nothing I say, or you try to twist it and pervert what I say. Um, you try to make like I'm this worthless, pathetic loser. You know, you create lies, false rumors, and smear campaigns. You bully, harass, and laugh at me. You try to make fun. You try to bully, harass, and lecture me. I'm not a child. I'm 38 years old. And if you have an issue with, I mean, it's like, as I said, I don't understand how or why would you stalk, follow, and harass me everywhere. If you're disgusted with, if you don't like me and disgusted with what I do, and then they admit, well, I've been following Candy for 2 years. You've been stalking me for 2 years. And think that y'all can try to police, monitor, and control my mental health and try to coerce me back into the mental health system and trying to act like y'all want to try to make deals to get me to sell out. And so, y'all want to try to force me to be a mental patient for refusing to conform. But, excuse me, y'all try to make it like as if I were to accept those deals, then all of a sudden, if I sold out, y'all try to make like, oh, then you can be mentally normal. And after you sell out and join us, oh, well, you won't be crazy no more. And then you can, we'll let you have a job. We'll let you have your own place to live. As long as you gang stalk. As long as you be a prostitute, you know. Um, but see, if I have a sexual encounter with somebody or be taken advantage of or raped, y'all quick to call me a whore. But y'all want me to be an Illuminati whore for Satan. And y'all doing all this and being narcissistic and self-righteous and think you're better than me and think you're higher than me and think you're holier than thou. You're not better than me. The Bible says that none of us is better than the other. So you know, they try to attack and mock my faith in Jesus Christ. And they attack and mock my faith in Jesus Christ. And then try to bully, harass, and laugh at me and falsely try to make it like as if you want to try to compare me to a religious fraud or something. And trying to compare me to Joyce Meyer and Joel Osteen and Creflo Dollar and all that, you know. And I just don't understand what's their logic and feeling like, me being homeless on the streets and getting help with the hotel room out of rain and stuff. What makes them think that that's scamming people if I follow through with what I say? I follow through with what I say. If I say I need help with a hotel room, I got the hotel room. So where's the scam? Tell me. I've told y'all um, my hindrances. Being a targeted individual, a lot of us go the real targets who suffer and who are going through it. I'm not talking about the fake targets who drive around in brand new pretty Teslas talking about how great God is and talking about being a chosen one, God's chosen elect, and going around perping and abusing people. And y'all asses ain't suffering. So, and then y'all call us mentally ill and crazy and try to bully us into silence. And you play both sides. Fake TI perps call themselves God's chosen elect. The popular fakes call themselves 144,000. So and then they want to dictate and control where I should live at, and they won't let me be happy. You know, they're trying to sabotage me because even in New Orleans, they've sabotaged my jobs and my pay and everything else, like with temp service jobs and like shortly before I left New Orleans, Tommy's Cuisine and Global Staff Solutions Temp Service, they cheated me out of a whole $45 workday check. It's like as if I did volunteer work that day. And then they waited 4 months. They dodged me for 4 months, and then after 4 months, they gave me a fake lame excuse for why they didn't pay me. And they never cared to resolve that problem back in 2019. And so when I worked for Shift Gig, you know, a weird setup happened, and I was they sent for, and I didn't realize it was part of the gang stalking. And they sent for me to go and work a flagger position with parking downtown New Orleans on a Friday evening. And then I went to show up, nobody was there. And then afterwards, the guy who I was talking to, he supposedly was riding a boat or something and he was riding a boat and talking on the phone with me, and then he supposedly got entered unintentionally entered an area where it was forbidden, and then the guy, there was this foreign man who wanted to have both of us arrested and threatening both of us. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on. So that weird setup that had nothing to do with me, I was trying to figure out, how come I showed up at the job and nobody's there. And so then, they covertly and secretly blacklisted me, and I wasn't even getting job assignments anymore. And everybody else was working flagger positions, and they weren't even offering me those no more through Shift Gig in New Orleans. And other than standing all day, I liked the flagger position, but even though I had to suffer, homelessness and severe sleep deprivation, but I would rather do the flagging position outside. I would rather do the flagging position than to do the work at. I could not work. I mean, it was difficult to work um sports basketball games at the Superdome and the Smoothie King Center and stuff like that. I mean, it was so difficult and unbearable. And then, they force you to work 10 hours and then won't let you eat or use the bathroom. And then after the food that they sold, they threw away like 10 times more than they sold. And they said they would have to throw away all that food at night. And I'm like, this is senseless. Why they throw away so much food? And I had certain temp assignments like trade shows and stuff at the convention center as well, downtown New Orleans, and it was the same thing that whenever an event was over after we finished, selling food or whatever, or working the trade shows, then and it's hard to work with people, and you know I'm not allowed to have my earbuds to block out noise, but then it's okay for people to blast loud music from their phone, and they make it like as if I'm like dealing with homeless shelters, like as if I'm breaking the rules and being disrespectful for trying to exercise, use my medical device to block out noise. You know, and so it's like no matter what city and state I go to, if I try to get housing or a job after they got me homeless and drove me off my Section 8, and I didn't realize that was part of the gang stalking. But if I wish I would have had a supportive TI community. I think that could have saved me, and if people would have gave me comfort and support. But I was all by myself and didn't even know. I knew I was targeted, but I didn't know all of their tactics. I knew some of them, because as I said, like a few years ago, when I kept trying to figure out why is my body vibrating, I didn't understand why cults, mind control, and gang stalking and targeted individuals kept coming up, and directed energy weapons and stuff like that. And I couldn't, it didn't click in my mind. And I remember in 2016, um, hearing about this YouTube video called "The Cooking of Humanity," and I think there was a website too, "The Cooking of Humanity." So and then I hear about us being targeted individuals in this thing called a technological holocaust with the directed energy weapons and stuff. So I mean, y'all are cold-hearted and cruel for trying to discredit me and try to make like Candy's not targeted and she just wants a group to belong to. But y'all are in denial. I mean, but y'all know what y'all doing, trying to discredit and smear campaign me. But with my own job, I mean, I need help with the way to get a car though, and as I said, that can open up with so many more job opportunities. It would open up so many more job opportunities for me to get a car. But then again, I heard that if you're really targeted, they'll sabotage that. They'll try to sabotage that too. But at least you got better opportunity. But cause I'm the type, I don't like having to be dependent and needy. And I never been much of a beggar. I've always, strived to be independent and do everything by myself. And I like to be in self control. I don't like, having to do, I never like to have to depend on others. I don't even like begging or panhandling. But this is the lifestyle the gang stalking network forces me to live. And they don't even want me to do that. They want me to just die on the streets or locked up in a. They want me to be put away like an animal in a mental facility. And it's like, what did I do to piss y'all off like that or make y'all so mad? So at least I try to look for cheaper hotels. So I mean, as I said, I need help with just it before 10 o'clock Central Standard Time this morning. Because Pensacola, believe it or not, is on Central Time. Um, it's not on Eastern Time. It's on Central Time. So we are 2 hours from Pacific Time. So I mean, I just need help with $40 more. But as I say, I got a job interview. It would be a miracle if I got hired because I may have a bachelor's degree, but they got me blacklisted and I couldn't have a job for at least 11 and a half years. And I heard that I remember reading people say that temp service jobs is a big haven for gang stalking and blacklisting. I didn't know that, but that's how I was able to get my foot in the door with at least a little bit job experience here and there. But I haven't done a dishwashing job in a long time, but I did janitorial. But I remember I was workplace mob with just four other men, and I'm the only female working a dishwashing job in 2019. And then when I was working through that ABM company in 2019 on PSC campus, they kept me chronically sleep deprived. And I kept on ended up having to go to the emergency room 4 times within 6 weeks. And so that's why I was forced to quit that job. And I kept on being, I mean, I thought I was going to have a heart attack or something. They kept me chronically sleep deprived and hit me with directed energy weapons and gang stalked me so hard. It's like, and yeah, yesterday I did a blog post saying that the gang stalkers, they don't want me to work. They don't want me with a job. And there's a housing shortage, housing crisis, and supposedly a worker shortage. But I'm like, if y'all got a worker shortage, but you still ain't hiring. So I'm hearing people talk about inflation, and you should stock up and prepare, and people say get ready for the roller coaster ride, you know, of the new world order being more advanced, and I'm hearing about more lockdowns and what's going on now. I can't even say the M word, MP, monkey. I don't even know if they would, but what's going on. So then you know I'm sitting there thinking, well, if there's another lockdown, where would I go? Where would the homeless go? And people definitely probably wouldn't be able to help me then. If we, but I mean, and some people saying that like before June, everything is gonna go to, you know, shit hit the fan. So so I mean, I'm trying to survive. But certain temp service positions with the temp service I've been working with, they said that they take into consideration me not being able to work around loud noise because I couldn't work downtown at the baseball games because it's too much noise and it's unbearable. So I need quiet. I need someplace quiet. But as I said, the gang stalkers, they're blocking me from making a living writing and think they have the authority to dictate that I'm not allowed to make a living off of my writings. And they don't. I mean, it's like basically they don't want to outright tell me, Candy, we want you to die, but everything is like they don't want me to live and they don't want me to survive. I mean, who the hell is telling people stop? I mean, they say, oh man, they hurt my stomach. Who the hell is telling people don't help Candy? You know, in a stay out of a tornado and lightning and bad weather and stuff. Some sadistic psychopaths, and nobody's saying that they're wrong or calling them out on being dirty like that. So I'm gonna go because the video is about to cut